seats in India, further driving the growth of the agricultural sector in the state. Telangana is poised to become a global leader in pure food production with 91 reservoirs and more than 28,000 tanks and ponds. Industrial scale, sustainably and inclusively. Is being developed at the Mid-Banyan Reservoir with a 6-year history with a projected production of more than metric tons of export quality freshwater fish from cage culture and other intensive culture practices. Milk production in the state has increased by 37% over the past 8 years with the adoption of modern technology such as set-sorted steaming. And milk production in the state is poised to take a quantum jump in the coming years. The meticulous planning of the Animal Husbandry Department of Ghana distribution also witnessed a remarkable increase, paving the way for the state's victorious milk revolution. Telangana today ranks first in sheep population, surpassing several other states in recent years. Telangana is on the path to achieving unprecedented success in revolutionizing its agriculture and food processing sectors in the years to come. A key component of this vision is the focus on value addition, which aims to drive economic growth of farmers by promoting food processing. Over the last 8 years, the food processing sector has seen the creation of a fixed capital base of more than rupees 7,000 crores, creating employment for more than 80,000 personnel. From India's largest ice cream manufacturing plant to more than 2,500 micro-food processing enterprises being established in the state. Telangana today presents an opportunity for everyone to prosper, big or small. The 2,600 Raito Vedikas, agriculture extension officers, and 4 lakh self-help groups are geared towards connecting the farmers in the state with the food processing industry of the state, providing plug-and-play supply chain to any new industry. Chief Minister KTR's brainchild, Special Food Processing Zones, aims to bring 10,000 acres under food processing industries by 2024-25. These zones will encompass rice mills, rice processing units, and oilseed processing units, and include facilities for fruits, flowers, vegetables, meat, chicken, fish, and dairy products. Telangana, the investor-friendly state of India, presents an attractive investment opportunity for businesses and investors looking to be part of a program. Dynamic agricultural and food processing landscape. Join us in shaping the future of Telangana's agri-goods sectors and be part of our success story.
I now request Dr. Ramesh Chandaru, Member Niti Aayog, to please address the audience.
Honorable Commissioners, the Cabinet of State of Telangana, especially
country who have aspiration like India to become, they are frustrated by the fact that manufacturing sector is not offering. So old theory is given by economists like Lewis that people will move out from agriculture to manufacturing, etc., etc., is either not happening or happening at a very slow pace. So people are looking back to create decent jobs in agriculture itself. Thirdly, out of 17 SDGs goal, 11 SDGs goal are directly or indirectly related to agriculture. Again, there is realization with the UN that SDG agenda cannot be fulfilled if we are not fix problem in agriculture sector. So looking at the overall environment, because I have to be brief in this session, I will elaborate my views in the subsequent session. I, in some of the session, have started mentioning that we need to prepare a different type of vision for agriculture. I have been trying to create that kind of vision in the center, but I feel happy that there is recognition to have that kind of vision in the state of Telangana, and this conference is a step in that direction. You may agree with me or you may not agree with me today. I visualize a world where everything that human being needs, except those products which involve mineral and metal, will be produced in agriculture. And that is what will ultimately lead to farm manufacturing. And that, I think, is the road toward prosperity. The road enunciated or chalked out by Arthur Lewis no more holds, because manufacturing we have seen in India that despite Make in India, PLI and so much of push, we are not having the kind of growth that we need in manufacturing, whereas in agriculture you just find that we are already number one in many areas, especially in milk. We are producing 24% of the total milk produced in the world. So I think you have kept a session how to make India as a bird power in agriculture. This is the route which we should follow for inclusive goal and for making India a Viksit Bharat during Amrit Kal. Once again, I congratulate the state to organize this event. The last point which I want to mention in the presence of Honorable Cabinet Ministers,
respected guests, invitees, friends of media, a very good morning to all of you. A very good morning to all of you. Hope you can reciprocate by clapping. I'm extremely happy. I wholeheartedly convey my thanks on behalf of farmers of the state, on behalf of Agriculture Department, and on my behalf personally, to the Honorable Minister for Industry, Sri KTR Garu, for making such a wonderful event today here, which has invited more than 100 CEOs from different fields, particularly agri-sector and allied sectors, for the first edition of this food conclave in the capital of Telangana state. This will definitely boost the confidence of the farmers. This will inspire further confidence among the farmers. The farming and agriculture has been on the top of the agenda of the government led by Honorable Chief Minister Sri KTR Garu, who himself is a farmer, who is the leader of farmers of the state, who is the champion of farmers for the country in the days to come. You all know that the state of Telangana has been carved out 9 years ago with lot of protracted struggle. The state. The premise for the agitation of the people of this area is well known to the world. When the state was carved out, particularly I refer only to the agriculture sector, the plight, the misery, the sufferings that were there hitherto, and now we have climbed to a stage where we can proudly say that the state of Telangana is a role model, particularly in the agriculture sector, to the entire nation. I may quote, I may refer to some of the victorious things that the government of Telangana, leadership of Sri KTR Garu, has achieved during the last 9 years. As of 2014, the cultivated area was 1,31 lakh acres, and by now 22-23, it is increased to 2,20 lakh acres. The grain production in 2014 was only 68 lakh metric tons, but it has been increased to 2,70 lakh metric tons. The area under cotton cultivation was 41 lakh acres in 2014. Now it has increased to additionally 44%. Cotton production was 35 lakh bales during 14-15, and now it is 64 lakh bales. The procurement of cotton, of course, it's very huge. So far, 1,59 lakh crores have been spent on irrigation projects. Not only irrigation in order to develop the agriculture sector, there is investment in the irrigation, there is investment in power subsidy given to the farmers, there is direct investment subsidy given to the farmers by way of Raita Bandhu, which is amounting to 65,000 crores for the last 5 years, putting together the entire investment that has been pumped into the agriculture sector during the last 9 years is 4,65,000 crores of amount has been spent to develop the agriculture sector in the state, providing 24 hours free power supply to the farmers. Nowhere in the country it's only one and one Telangana state where 24 hours power supply is given to the farmers. We have done loan waiver to the farmers. The ultimate aim and object of the Chief Minister is to see that the farmers should come out of the trauma, farmers should come out of the debt trap, farmers should be self-sufficient. Once the farmers are on their foot, they can sustain, they will sustain and they will make the whole society to sustain. We have almost directly and indirectly under the occupation of agriculture, there is almost 2 crore 40 lakh population engaged in the activity of agriculture, directly and indirectly, agriculture and all its sectors. If once this particular sector is strengthened, almost 60% of the population is made self-reliant, and the focus can be had on the other sectors, that is the perspective of the Chief Minister. That is how the per capita income has got to increase from 1,12,162 rupees in 2014 to now export-oriented production of agriculture in the state. That will definitely attract the food processing sector. establish more and more food processing units. That is the vision of the Honorable Chief Minister KTR garu, which has been translated into action by our able Minister Sri KT Ramarao garu. We all know the importance of food. We can dispense with anything. We can dispense with our luxurious items. We can dispense with our day-to-day consumer items. We can dispense with anything in our life, but we cannot dispense with our food. Food is they need food, and ultimately this food comes only out of agriculture. Except the hunting animals, every creature has to depend on the agriculture only. Agriculture provides food. Therefore, that food has got so much of importance, and now in order to suit to the changing conditions of the world, the food has to be transformed into various processes, and ultimately that has to cater the world needs. We all know that the world population has already crossed 800 crores, and of course we are the most popular populace now. More than 140 crores, we have already crossed China. Therefore, to cater the needs of the food all over the world in the days to come, we are the only people, we are the only area, we are the only land in the entire world that is most suitable for production of agriculture produces and horticulture produces, and also as narrated in the video, the production of all other items which are shown as revolutions: pink revolution, yellow revolution, blue revolution, white revolution, green revolution. Therefore, Indian conditions that are most suitable for all those revolutions have really become successful in the state of Telangana under the able leadership of our Chief Minister and our KTR garu. This will definitely transform into a greater food processing center in the entire country. I thank Mr. Ramesh Chandji, who has rightly remarked about the potential that the state of Telangana has got in the entire country now, and the vision that Telangana government has under the leadership of KCR garu to develop this industry. Therefore, wanted to thank and congratulate Sri K.T. Ramarao garu for this revolutionary, visionary steps to hold this conclave, which will definitely throw a very useful light. I am given to understand that about more than 7,000 crores of investment MOUs have already been arrived at, and it is estimated to provide an employment of nearly 50,000 to the people, and it is a great happening. Definitely we will be looking forward for more and more investments and more establishments of the food processing units here in the state of Telangana. Of course, we have many more other victories that have to be placed before you, but however, keeping in view the time prescribed for me, the need of the hour. So what do we need to do, and what are the possible growth drivers? From the standpoint and from the perspective of the Telangana State Agriculture Department, I would like to place following issues before you for debate and discussion, and also to throw some light. Invariably, we will have changing of food habits and increased disposable income. So, government has to support, and the policies accordingly have to be framed. Active role of large players and MSMEs is required. Preference for healthy and nutritional foods is the perspective of the present day generation. to suit the thinking process of the present and future generations, the processing has to take place. We have huge potential in Telangana. The prospects are very wide. We have increased inland fisheries potential, already having revived tanks and having already built new reservoirs. We are the number one inland fisheries state in the country. We need to double the production of the milk, and we have potential for that. Already the sheep population has increased. We are number one in the sheep population in the entire country. The government on subsidy is distributing sheep to the sheep growers so that their income will be increased and the population of sheep will automatically increase. And I was just referring and telling to my Honorable Mr. KTR Garu that the average meat consumption in the country is 6 kg per annum, whereas average consumption of meat in Telangana is 24 kg per annum. So it is not only showing the affordability of the people, definitely government has deliberately brought the proteinous food to the doorsteps of the people. Their affordability and their interest to eat meat will definitely produce the next generation, a healthy generation. That is what is required. Without healthy generation, how much of wealth and how much of prosperity you create, without there being a healthy generation to enjoy it, that would go waste. Therefore, the fishery fish, the abundant availability of fish in the rural areas has increased the health of the rural people like anything. We often go to the maternity hospitals that are maintained by government, especially with special focus. The maternity and child care centers that are beautifully developed in the entire state across all the districts. So whenever we visit the hospitals, we feel with great proud that the young born children, just born children and their mothers are so healthy, and the doctors they say that it is because of the nutrition that the mother takes during her pregnancy that the child is so healthy, sir. We really feel very happy. See, unless you keep the food rightly available to the people, unless you make the people to afford themselves to have their choice food, their quality food, you cannot expect a healthy generation for the future. So these are all the parameters how you are building a next generation. And warehouse capacity with cold storages has to be increased. That we are already on the agenda. The international airport with 1,50,000 metric tons cargo capacity is already available to the industry. We have single window clearances under Telangana industrial policy, the best policy in the world so far. We have already developed food parks, logistic parks and supply chain infrastructure under the leadership of Sri KT Ramarao Garu. Honorable Chief Minister has already directed various departments to identify more than 10,000 acres of land in and around all the district headquarters, present district headquarters, so that agro food processing, special food processing zones are established over there, and they will be allotted to the food processing units. And we have lot of potential for development of the food crops which are mostly needed across the world, like sweet orange, turmeric, chili, lemon, grapes, mango, peanut, pomegranate, poultry, rice, maize, ginger, banana, papaya, onion, sunflower, oil palm, soya bean, inland fisheries. These are all the areas where focus can be had and food processing units can be set up basing on these raw materials. So we do have certain challenges. We can easily overcome them. How to address them? Supply chains must be more resistant to global disruptions like pandemic, climate. Surplus management and food wastage reduction steps have to be taken and envisaged. Increased consumer demand on traceability and food safety. Prolonged shelf life and optimizing energy usage. Innovation in low-cost indigenous technologies. Establishment of strong backward linkages to ensure food security. Improved access to financial resources. Cost competitiveness. Innovations in productions. And the innovative steps to be taken. Explore ancient recipes. Use locally sourced ingredients. Research on alternative proteins. Popularize regional cuisines. Revolution in packing. If all these challenges can be taken up and met, ultimately we will be the number one in the entire world in the area of food processing. And definitely I hope and I believe very strongly that in the future to come, it is only states like Telangana, leadership like Telangana will be able to provide the quality food to the world, and the world will definitely be dependent on the food items of Telangana, and I hope that it will be achieved with your support, with your endeavor, and I wish you all the best. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, sir. I now request Honorable Agriculture Minister, Government of Telangana, Shri Niranjan Reddy Garu, to please launch the Agri Innovation Challenge. I request Dr. Shanta Thotum, Chief Innovation Officer, Telangana State Innovation Cell, and team to please join us on stage. The Grand Challenge will be conducted by Telangana State Innovation Cell in collaboration with Telangana State Food Processing Society. The aim of the challenge is to identify and enable adoption of B2G startups to present their solutions and value propositions to the Telangana State Food Processing Society. The objective is to ease the startup procurement process by the government and enhance standards of local food processing businesses by inculcating innovation. Thank you, sir. I now request Honorable Animal Husbandry and Fisheries Minister, Government of Telangana, Shri T. Srinivas Yadav Garu, to please address the audience.
Good morning. Respected dignitaries on the dais, Sri Honorable Minister Sri KT Ramarao Garu, Industries, IT, Municipal Minister, Honorable Minister Niranjan Reddy Garu, Honorable Secretaries Adarsina Garu, Jayesh Ranjan Garu, Raghunandan Rao Garu, Ramesh Garu, Akil Kumar Garu, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Government of Telangana and personally, I welcome all the participants for the Food Conclave 2023 hosted by Government of Telangana in the historic city of Hyderabad. The main objective of the program is to discuss the strategies for improvement of food security to mankind through green revolution, yellow revolution, white revolution, pink revolution, and blue revelation. Under the dynamic leadership of Honorable Chief Minister Sri K. Chandrasekhar Rao, the Telangana state has made huge progress in agriculture, dairy, fisheries, poultry and food processing sectors. The state has emerged to first position the country from the 10th position in gross state domestic product. Agriculture and allied sectors have developed by planned use of water resources, electricity and other natural resources, providing many opportunities to the youth in the state. Food processing, fishery sector have gained momentum in Telangana state. There are 27.52 lakh people depend on livestock sector for their livelihood in Telangana state. Telangana state has introduced white revelation, pink revelation and blue revelation and also improved dairy industry, sheep and goat farming and fish sector in the state. Telangana state is in 13th position in the country in milk production. After formation state, government has introduced various welfare programs to develop dairy sector in the state. The milk production in the state has increased by 37% in the last 8 years. With the help of modern technology, financially help to farmers, fodder cultivation and artificial insemination. The government has introduced milk incentive scheme by providing 4 rupees liter during the 2014, support the farmers pouring milk to cooperative dairies of the state. 42 mobile dairy parlor have been introduced along with online marketing of milk to provide easy access milk all the time. 100 mobile veterinary units have been introduced to serve the livestock at farmer at doorstep on free of cost for the first time in the country. Hygienic merit frozen cement doses are being produced at frozen semen bull stations, Karimnagar to produce 20 lakh frozen semen doses per annum for providing quality of livestock population in order to increase milk production. Government of Telangana is setting up a mega dairy project with an outlay of rupees 246.50 crores. This project is aimed to process 5 lakh litre of milk per day. The encourage farmers to take up dairy farming. 59,662 milk animals have been distributed to the dairy farmers. After information of Telangana state, the government has focused on sheep and goat population in the state. The state occupies 5th position in the meat production in the country. Telangana state stands first position in sheep population in the country. Main source of meat in our state from chicken 45%, sheep 33%, buffalo 13%, goat 8% and pig 1%. Sheep rearing development program as introduced in 2017 improve the social economy condition of the people depending on the sector and also meat production. During the first phase of the program, 3.93 lakhs beneficiaries were provided with sheep units
During the second phase in planned to cover 3,38,000 3,38,000 lakh beneficiaries. Telangana state occupies third position in egg production in the country. Egg are being supplied pregnant women through Anganwadi centers and to the school children staying in the government hostels. Value addition and food processing of milk and meat has generated a fixed capital of 7,000 crores and by providing employment to 80,000 youth in the state. It is a plan to develop food processing units in 10,000 acres of land by the end of 2024 and 25. At present, there are 91 reservoirs and 28,938 perennial and seasonal tanks, 7.3 lakhs hectares water spread area suitable for fish culture in the state. Fish production in Telangana state has doubled from 1.98 lakhs as tons with a value of 2,252 crores in the year 2016 and 17 to 3.9 lakhs tons with the rupees 859.95 crores 2021 and 22. During the current year 2023 we have achieved 4.38 lakh ton of fish production. First state to stock 414.13 crores fish seed with any expenditure rupees 348.93 crores on 100% grant all open water bodies since 2016 and 17 till date. First state to stock 28.34 crores freshwater prawn juveniles in the suitable water bodies with expenditure 64.66 crores 2017-18 to till date. The biggest aqua hub in underway at Mid-Monero Dam of Rajanna Sirisilla district with an expected production of 2.24 lakhs tons per the annum, creating about 5,000 direct employment. It is the largest freshwater aqua hub in the world. The project consists of fish product processing unit in 300 acres and fish culture in a 150 acres. Other activities in the project include fish seed culture, fish seed production, cage culture and fish processing units. The project provided good opportunities to local fishermen and youth. With an aim to achieve overall development of fisheries in the state, the government of Telangana has spent 1,000 crores under integrated development of fisheries from 2017-18 to 2022-23. I am happy to share all the above programs have been introduced and implemented with the guidance and support of beloved Honorable Chief Minister Sri K. Chandrasekhar Rao Garu. I wish you the convention a grand success. Thank you one and all.
Thank you, sir. I now request Honorable Animal Husbandry and Fisheries Minister, Government of Telangana, Shri T. Srinivas Yadav Garu, to please launch Aqua Hub.
under the leadership of visionary leader, Honorable Chief Minister Shri K. Chandrasekhar Rao, Telangana, which has become synonymous with several innovative and first-of-its-kind projects in the country, will soon be home to the world's largest integrated freshwater aqua hub at Mid-Maner Dam in Rajanna Sirisila district. The aqua hub at Mid-Maner Reservoir is composed of 300 acres of processing area on land sitting at the full tank level of the reservoir, along with 150 acres of water spread area, 1% of 5,600 hectares of total water spread area dedicated for cage culture in the reservoir. It will encompass all activities including fish seed production, feed production, cage culture and fish processing, among others. Being developed in a vertically integrated approach, AquaHub will have its own dedicated hatcheries, feed production units, fish processing plants, export-oriented logistics and testing, and R&D facilities. On the initiative of the IT and Industries Minister, KT Ramarao, Fish in India Private Limited, Indian subsidiary of Fish & Co., one of the largest importers of tilapia into the US, Rajanna Aqua, unit of Ananda Group, and Malpuri Aqua came forward as key players with a total capital investment of Rs 1,300 crores for setting up their processing facilities in the Aqua Hub. The project will generate additional fish production of approximately 1.2 lakh metric tons per annum. Hatcheries in the Aqua Hub will produce 5,750 lakh seedlings per annum, and at its full capacity, Aqua Hub will consume more than 2 lakh metric tons of fish feed made from agricultural raw materials such as rice, maize, groundnut, soya bean, and poultry waste, supporting the local farmers. The fish culture will be carried out in a closed cage and will not interfere with the seeding and fishing activities of the fishermen's societies. Further, since the activities involved will require fisheries-related skills, it will present a great employment opportunity for the local fishermen's community. The units coming up in the Aqua Hub will also provide buyback opportunities for the local farmers for the fish production. The project will generate annual exports of more than Rs 1,000 crores. It will also create employment for 4,800 persons in direct mode and 7,000 persons indirectly. Telangana is setting new standards in the promotion of the Blue Revolution, Pink Revolution, and White Revolution, besides making unprecedented progress in irrigation and farmers' welfare. The integrated freshwater aqua hub will be another major step that will complement the government's moves for all-around development.
Thank you, sir. I now request Honorable Minister for Industries and Commerce, IT, ENC, MA and UD, Government of Telangana, Shri KT Ramarao Garu, please.
A very good morning to all of you. I sincerely thank the Honorable Minister for Agriculture, Shri Niranjan Reddy Garu, for joining us today as a guest of honor. I also thank our Honorable Minister, Shri Talasani Srinivas Yadav Garu, Minister of Animal Husbandry, Dairy and Fisheries, for gracing the occasion as a guest of honor as well. I'd like to also acknowledge the presence of a very eminent personality, the member of Niti Aayog, Dr. Ramesh Chand. Thank you, sir, for your steadfast support. Thank you for your steadfast encouragement. Thank you to our Special Chief Secretary, Shri Adar Sinha ji, who's in charge of Fisheries, Dairy, Animal Husbandry departments. Thank you, sir, for joining us. Jayesh Ranjan Garu and my Director, Food Processing, Akhil Garu. Thank you for organizing this wonderful event. I also would like to welcome Shri Raghunandan Rao Garu, who is the Secretary of Agriculture, who is also the Secretary of Horticulture. Thank you very much, Raghu Garu, for joining us. I would also like to acknowledge J. Satyanarayan Garu, a very senior man who was responsible, in fact, for those of you who do not know, For Aadhaar, he led the team Aadhaar for about 3 years. Thank you, Satyanarayan Garu, for joining us. Mrs. Suvarna Garu, the CEO of NFDB, the National Fisheries Development Board, which is also located in Hyderabad. I welcome you as well. To all the delegates, to all the members who are participating from various parts of India, I welcome you all. I would also like to acknowledge the presence of our Telangana State Seed Corporation Chairman, former Member of Legislative Assembly, Sri Kondabala Koteshwara Garu. Thank you, Koteshwara Garu, for joining us. To all my friends from the media, thank you for covering this event. We welcome you all to this wonderful city of Hyderabad. Food Conclave 2023 is just the beginning of a larger story, a larger ambition that we have for the state of Telangana, that we have for the country at large. In fact, as was being mentioned by both ministers, Minister Agriculture, Niranjan Reddy Garu, and Minister Animal Husbandry, Dairy and Fisheries, Shri Talasani Srinivas Yadav Garu. Telangana today is ushering in 5 revolutions all at once. This might seem a bit far-fetched. This might seem a bit improbable for those of you who are from out of town. I would urge you to spend time. I would urge you to meet with us, meet with our able principal secretaries, meet with our departments, understand what is going on in Telangana and how this has happened over the last 8.5 years. I would also like to quickly make a point that, this food conclave is not just about some business opportunities and trade opportunities. This is also an opportunity for us to make our country truly a one-stop destination in terms of securing the food needs of the rest of the world. Because I think once you start seeing one state coming out with some best practices, delivering the goods, then I think the rest of the country, rest of India, rest of 27 states will also have a lot to pick up and learn from and a lot to imbibe also. We have an action-packed day today, and I promise you that this will become an annual fixture. Telangana Food Conclave, the Food Conclave, will be an annual fixture, and it will become a go-to destination for all the food industry leaders in the country and also hopefully down the road at some point for the world as well. So we have an action plan day today with almost 21 panel discussions, lots to learn from, a lot of industry leaders, 100 plus CEOs, experts, thought leaders in the agri-food space. We also have the 5 flourish into long-term partnerships and building a comprehensive ecosystem in the state of Telangana. The state already has chosen food processing as a thrust area. Among the 14 thrust areas that we have chosen to promote investments, food processing is an extremely important sector. Just alluding to what the Honorable Minister for Agriculture was pointing out, let me quickly tell you that Telangana today is a seed bowl of India. We are home to some of the largest seed processing companies. We are also the poultry capital of India. We were also, in fact, at one point of time when I was growing up, when I was in school, we were also the nutraceuticals hub in India. Unfortunately, we don't retain the position anymore. We wish to get it back. We also, in fact, are the #1 state for inland fisheries in India today. We are also the state which has doubled and today stands tallest among all Indian states in terms of livestock population, especially sheep and goat in the entire country. We also have, in fact, become one of the leaders in dairy industry. I think with all these trends, with the kind of expansion that has happened in agriculture sector, with the kind of efforts that have gone in animal husbandry, fisheries, dairy, horticulture, I think the opportunities are aplenty. We have a dedicated agriculture university, Professor Jayashankar Agriculture University, right next to Hyderabad. We also have a dedicated horticulture university named after Kunda Lakshman Bapuji. We also have a veterinary university named after Sri P.V. Narasimha Rao Garu. We have a forest university, and we also now will be getting an aqua university. Point I'm trying to make is, not only is a revolution being ushered in, not only is a revolution being ushered in by way of produce, by way of all the additional harvesting that is happening in the state, we are also creating an ecosystem that will create talented workforce, talented youth, which will ensure that whatever investment you are choosing to make will continue to remain a long-term bet on the state. Over the last 5 years, the state has added more than 7,000 crores of fixed capital base to the food processing capacities in Telangana. We proudly host some of the biggest names in the industry in the world in our state. Coca-Cola, ITC, PepsiCo, Mars, Hudson, and the list is large. I can go on. There's the Indian MNCs, there's the local Indian players, and there's also foreign multinationals who have made this state their choice of destination over the last 8 years. In order to further boost the food processing sector in our state, our visionary Chief Minister, Shri K. Chandrasekhar Rao Garu, has come out with a unique idea of setting up special food processing zones. We have already acquired 10,000 acres of land in the hinterland of Telangana, in the rural areas of Telangana, and we are ready to roll it out to all of you with packaged, customized incentives. In fact, the one thing I'll tell you, our industrial policy is one of the best in the country, and it has catapulted us to the top of the league on the ease of doing business rankings. If I have to quickly tell you in 3 words or 3 sentences on what makes our industrial policy special, our industrial policy is called as TS-IPASS. TS-IPASS. TS-IPASS literally stands for Telangana State Industrial Project Approval Self-Certification System. What that means is, if any of you is interested in investing in my state, you actually don't need to meet any of us on the dais here. You do not need to meet a minister. You don't need to meet the principal secretary or even the director of food processing. If you have a piece of land already acquired in the state, you can hit the ground running. You can declare yourself as being a law-abiding enterprise, and you can start the construction of your factory on day one by self-certification process. This is backed by statute. This is backed by legislation. But when you start construction, what we would of course require is that you submit an application online, because we need to know who is doing what in my state, in our state. So when you submit an application online about the nature of the business, the investment, the activities that you're going to be engaged in, the number of employees that will be working for you, etc., the taxes you would be paying, etc., etc., we will get that application from the TS-IPASS portal. We will promise it in 15 days, again, as mandated by legislation, the TS-IPASS Act. If we do not give you an answer in 15 days, a yes or a no answer in 15 days, on the 16th day, backed by legislation again, it's an automatic approval, it's a deemed approval. No other state in India will tell you that. It's an automatic yes. And the third and most important thing, if you ask me, we can actually tailor-make incentives for you. We will ensure that you receive the best of support, and we will tailor-make a package of incentives to make you attractive and competitive in this very competitive world. So if you are willing to share with us what my competing states are offering you, for instance, if you're choosing between 2 states to make an investment, if you are willing to share those details of what is being offered to you, all I can tell you is TS-IPASS also enables me, the industries minister, to either meet or beat the best offer you have in India. Now that is the kind of flexible policy making which has helped Telangana garner the #1 position in India today. Not only the policy, we also have earmarked land, we also have made it easy for you to get approvals, and we also have created, of course, you need to procure the raw material, you need to have access to the raw material, and we would love to see our farmers prosper, cherish and flourish. So therefore, we will also facilitate backward integration. We will ensure that the sourcing can be done locally. We have more than 25,000 farmer producer organizations called as Raitu Bandhu Samitis in our state. We will ensure that you work closely with our farmer producer organizations to make it a wonderful, long-lasting relationship. We also will ensure that the self-help group women organizations in Telangana, which are extremely robust, in fact, just to give you a sense of what I'm talking about, the self-help group women in rural Telangana, in the 12,769 villages that we have, avail loans and bank linkages to the tune of almost 15,000 crores per annum. And their repayment is 99.99%, if you can believe it. Now that's the potential of these self-help group women who are extremely strongly federated. Now how is that going to help you? By way of ensuring that these women who are extremely ambitious and entrepreneurial, we will ensure that they will work in tandem with you to create a strong workforce, to create a strong supply chain, both forward and backward. We can, in fact, create a win-win situation for the industry, for the SHGs, and also for the farming community. We are also committed to ensuring that our small entrepreneurs and micro entrepreneurs flourish in our state. As of now, we have more than 2,500 micro and small entrepreneurs in the food processing sector, and these are all ably guided by Agriculture Department, Industries Department, and of course, Animal Husbandries and Fisheries Department as well. We have some very unique entrepreneurial initiatives like the Dalit Bandhu scheme, where Dalits are given a grant of 10 lakh rupees per family. Now this also gives you an impetus. I'll give you an example. In my constituency where I represent from, Sirsila, we had brought in this program called Dalit Bandhu, and in fact, we had asked the local beneficiaries to identify business opportunities and how they can harness this money that has been given by the government and how they can multiply it manifold. 4 beneficiaries had come together in a mandal called Ellareddypet in a village called Dumala. Government had given them 30 lakh rupees. They pooled that money together. They have applied for subsidies. They have applied for all the benefits that they are eligible for. They approached banks and they have created a rice mill with 3 crore total cost and total investment. And now today, it's a shining example of what can be done truly in a public-private partnership mode. Now this is something I think that the rest of the country also can learn from. How to promote micro-entrepreneurs, small entrepreneurs, and marginalized social entrepreneurship as well from the grassroots level. With industry-friendly policies, robust and fast-growing raw material base, fast-growing world-class infrastructure, and active facilitation and enablement by the government, not just to set up investment in a factory, but also to operate and ensure continuity in a competitive manner. Telangana today is the best place to invest in the entire country. For those of you who are from outside of Hyderabad, outside of Telangana, I keep telling my friends from across India, Telangana is where Hyderabad and Telangana is where the north of India meets the south of India. It is where biology meets technology. It is where dosa, because this is food conclave, I think this is where it is where paratha meets dosa. It is where I think sambar and idli and everything else that you would want to see in the south and the north, all of that converges. It is where the 5 revolutions are converging in India today. The green revolution, which is ushered in, as was mentioned by our agriculture minister. Our paddy production was 68 lakh metric tons back in 2014. And today, what we procure in terms of paddy from the farmers, and this is again by the Civil Supplies Department alone, is almost 2.68 crore metric tons. It is almost quintupled. Now that is Telangana for you in terms of agriculture expansion. Our cotton, in fact, is the best quality cotton in the country. This is not me saying it. The long staple cotton of Telangana, the Southern India Mills Association, recognizes that this gives immense opportunity for you to actually work with the textile industry, with growing hybrid cotton, high-yielding cotton, long-staple cotton, and make it a very lucrative proposition for you to invest in this sector as well. Let me also quickly tell you, we stand number 1 in inland fisheries. We have, in fact, turned around our government dairy. Vijaya Dairy was in losses when this government came into office. Today, in fact, Vijaya Dairy gives us back a dividend. I think they've given us a dividend of more than 30 plus crores in the last several years. Now, this is the story of Telangana, where all these 5 revolutions are also converging and give you an immense opportunity for you to invest and to possibly prosper. Like I said, we have not only the best policies, we also have today an enabling ecosystem, and we would love to see, over the course of the day, on how many engagements and how many MOUs and how many investment proposals that we will receive. I was told by Akhil that already in principle, we have received interest to the tune of almost 7,000 crores of rupees, creating nearly 50,000 new jobs in the state of Telangana. We will share the details over the course of the day. But I'm very hopeful that with sustained focus, with a clear vision led by our Honorable Chief Minister, Telangana can truly not only take to sloganeering of doubling farmers' income, etc. Because we have to remember, mere sloganeering doesn't really work. Just a slogan saying, I'll double the farmer's income will not work. It has to be backed by policies. It has to be backed by robust economic support. And that's exactly what Telangana does. And I promise you that your experience today in the city of Hyderabad, that this food conclave will be wonderful. I look forward to seeing you all during the course of the day. Thank you very much. Jai Telangana, Jai Hind. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, Honorable Ministers, respected dignitaries. We will now proceed for the inaugural panel. Please allow us 5 minutes to reset, and we'll see you here in 5. Thank you.